Thanks. So let's get started. Go ahead and come to the front of your chair. Bring your posture up tall, so shoulders are down and back, chest is up tall. And let's start with 10 power ups. As you come back, I want you to do 3 finger flicks. So coming down, and then as you come back, open and close your hands. 1, 2, 3. We'll repeat that 10 times. So we'll come down. 1, 2, this is 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. And last one, 1, 2, 10. So same concept with a power rock. So for the power rock, you're gonna either lean one hand down on your knee or reach that hand down to the ground and then reaching up and across. So the same arm that's extended, that same leg is stretched out. And here again, we'll open and close. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the middle, and we're going to go to that same side 10 times instead of alternating today. So same side. 1, 2, 1. Come back up tall in the middle, stretch your shoulders back, and then again. 1, 2, 2. Up tall. 1, 2, 3. Going all the way to 10, and then we'll switch. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. Always stretching your posture up when you come back to the middle. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. All right, back to the middle, and now we'll switch to the other side. Reaching up and across, open and close 3 times. 1, 2, 1. Back to the middle, up tall. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. See how far you can lean to the side. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. All right, next let's do a big twist. So reach for the back of your chair and hold for a couple seconds. Come back to the middle, stretch your arms back, and then we'll twist to the other side. So I'm reaching for the back of my chair to help give me a little extra hold to that side. The middle, reset your posture, and then switch to the other side. 1, reset. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, let's do heel raises from the sitting position. I don't think you can quite see my heels. But we'll just be going up on your toes and back down. Let's do that 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now let's lift our toes in the front, lifting your whole foot up in front of you, going back on your heels. 1, 2, 3, lifting my whole toes up in the front, my whole foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 more, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Reach your arms out to the side and up overhead, and then all the way down. My camera off. So first out to the side, up overhead, and down, out, and up. Let's do 3 more. Out, and up, out, and up, and then 1 more. Out, and up. All right, so like I said, today we'll be doing a strength training circuit. So if you didn't hear me initially, if you have weight with you, that'll be really helpful for these circuits today. So if you have hand weights, those work well, even if it is a jug of milk or a couple of jars of peanut butter, or a couple cans of soup, those work well if you don't have hand weights. I'm gonna be using about 3 pounds in each hand. So if you have anywhere from like 3 to even 5 would be okay for these today. So we have 4 exercises. I'll show you all 4 and then we'll go through them together. And I have 2 different circuits. So the first one that we'll be doing, I'm going to use both of my weights for. This will be a weighted squat. So holding my hand weights in front of me, or if you're using one weight like a jug of milk or a container of laundry detergent, you could hold that with one hand in front of you like this, because the move we'll be doing is sitting our hips back to squat. If you want to do this with body weight, holding onto your chair, you could do it standing behind your chair, sitting your hips down and squatting. Where if you have weight, adding the weight just makes it more of a challenge. It builds muscle faster when we use weight instead of just using our body weight. The next one we'll be doing is actually an exercise laying down. So we'll have a little bit of transition from the ground to standing during these. This is a single leg bridge. So we've done a bridge together where when you're laying down, you're lifting your hips up. So there's 2 options. A regular bridge is lifting your hips up off the mat, but to make it harder, you can lift one leg up so it's out in front of you. And now I'm lifting my hips, just pushing through one leg. So that's our second exercise. You can do it with 1 leg or 2. If you're not comfortable getting down onto the ground, you can do a glute set while we're doing that. So you can do it sitting or standing, essentially just squeezing your bottom muscles, holding them for about 3 seconds and then relaxing. So squeezing your bottom muscles and holding that will target the same muscle that we're doing when we're doing the bridge. The third exercise that we'll do in our circuit is a sit to stand with one leg out in front of you. So for this, which you can see that better, I'll have one leg kicked out in front of me here so that just one foot is behind. And I'm going to do a sit to stand, leaning forward and standing up while this leg is out. So it puts more pressure on my back leg and also forces you to have to lean further forward to stand up. So for that interval, I'll have us do the same leg for the full minute. And then the second time around, we'll do the other leg. We'll do 2 rounds of this. And then the fourth exercise is a side lunge with the chest press. So just do one weight, hold it in both hands. I'm going to have you lunge to the side. So I'm leaning on this leg. And as I lunge, I'm reaching the weight out and then stepping back together. So I'm leaning onto this leg. As I lunge, this leg is bent, this leg is straight. So I'm reaching out and then stepping back together. If you want to do that, you can hold on to it standing behind your chair, lunging to the side. You can even reach an arm out and in while you still have a hand here, and then step together. All right, so go ahead and join me in standing and grab your weights if you're using weights. I'm gonna get my timer set up for us here. We'll have 1 minute on and 30 seconds off in between these. Like people are getting ready. See most people up. First is our weighted squat. So you can either do a squat while holding onto weight or holding onto your chair in front of you. During the squat, you want to sit your hips back like you're sitting in a chair. So your knees should bend, but your hips should go back almost like you're sitting down or sitting in a chair. All right, let's get started. 1 minute on the clock. You can make this more challenging for yourself by going lower into your squat, letting your knees bend more, or adding more weight if this feels easy. Everyone's looking good. So lots of control. Make sure that you're going down slowly and up slow so that you're forcing those muscles to control that motion. 20 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Next exercise is the bridge. So if you're getting down onto the ground, go ahead and make your way down. We'll be doing the bridge, or you can do that glute set. So either sitting or standing, squeezing my bottom muscles, holding for about 3 seconds, and then relaxing. 5 seconds. All right, and begin. Either a 1-leg bridge, or you can use 2 legs. If you're doing 1, try to keep this leg extended out straight. If that's too hard, drop both legs down and do a bridge like this. So your choice of your level of difficulty. You can use 2 legs or 1 leg out straight, lifting your hips up and down. Less than 20 seconds left. Good job. And rest. All right, let's come back up to standing. We have 5 seconds left. All right, so this is where one leg's out, standing up and sitting down. Go ahead and get started. So one leg is out in front to put more weight on that back leg. That makes it a little bit more challenging. If this is too hard, do a regular sit to stand with both feet at an equal distance. Nice job. Make sure you have something nearby to hang on to if you need it. And if that's too hard, bring both feet at an equal distance to do a regular sit to stand. 10 seconds left. All right, and rest. So last exercise of this circuit, we're doing a side lunge. So you can either do it hanging on, lunging to the side, and stepping back together, or you can do it with your weight. Lunging out, arms come out, and then big push to step back together. 5 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Lunge, arms come out and in, big push back together. You can use one weight in one hand, or you can use 2 hands and each hand holds a weight if this feels quite easy. Just like with the squat, if it feels easy, you can make it harder by lunging deeper onto that side or trying a heavier weight. Nice job. So I'm doing the same side for this full round, and I'm going to get my other side the next round. But if you're already alternating side to side, you can keep up with that. Good job. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. 30 seconds to rest, then we're going back into our weighted squats. So hanging on to one weight or 2 weights. I'm just keeping my weights at my chest this time while I squat down and come back up. But as always, you can hang on to the back of your chair while you squat. The option is yours. Get ready. All right, let's begin. So one more round through each of these, then we'll take a break. This should feel challenging and you should feel slightly winded. Looking good, halfway done. $15 seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. All right. 30 seconds to rest and transition. We're going back down to the ground for our single leg bridge. As a reminder, if you're avoiding getting down to the ground and either standing or sitting, you can do a glute set. So squeezing your bottom muscles and holding for about 3 seconds. So this time we're going to get our other leg. If you did one leg bridges, so I'm keeping my other leg in the air while I bridge. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, if this is too hard, use both feet and lift up into a bridge, okay? We have a full minute, but take a break if you need to. Looking good. More than halfway done. Good job, everybody. 10 seconds left. Keep pushing. 3, 2, and 1. All right, make your way back up to standing. We have 2 more exercises. So this one is our sit to stand with one leg out in front of us. So I want everyone to do the opposite leg that they did last time. So put your opposite leg straight out in front of you. And we're going into our sit to stand. Stand up, sit down. You need to further lean forward. Pick it up with more pressure on that back leg. If this is too challenging, put your feet right in line with each other and do a regular sit to stand. But I'll show you how my feet are set. So I have one leg out in front of the other as I stand up and sit down. Halfway done. Good job, everybody. We have 1 more exercise after this. You're doing great. I know these are fast transitions. Three, 2, and 1. Awesome. One more exercise. We have our side lunge with a forward reach. So if you just stuck to the same leg last time like I did, we're going to use our other leg this time. So we're leaning onto one side, arms come out, and then back together. About 5 seconds to get ready. You can do it with or without your chair. All right, let's get started. Lunge, big push to step back together. Lunge, step together. Looks good. Try to reach straight out in front of you when you lunge. Don't let your arms be to the side. Arms are coming straight out in front. Looks great. Keep it up. Halfway done. 30 seconds away from a water break. Ten seconds left. And rest. Great job. Have a seat, get some water. So we'll take a break before our next set of exercises. I'm just going to start to show you what they are while you're resting, but you don't have to get up and do them with me yet. So the first one is another version of the lunge. So we were just doing a side lunge with that round. This will be a forward lunge. So you can do it a couple ways again, depending on if you want to hold on. So lunging forward, letting your back leg drop, and then doing a twist. So if I'm on the left side of my chair, I'm going to step with my left foot. So my left leg is forward, and then I'm going to twist to that side, either with my body weight or while holding onto a hand weight, twisting out and back in. But your option is, if you want to hang on, then you have an arm to hold on to on this side. I'm going to show you during the lunge, this is what it should look like for your legs. So if you're stepping forward, think about letting your back leg drop down. So it's not like my knee is way out in front here, but it's kind of right above my foot. And my back knee is also bending down before I push back together. So that's the first exercise, that lunge with a twist to the leg that's forward and then pushing back together. And you can alternate or do the same leg for the whole minute. The second exercise that we'll be doing, holding on to 1 or 2 weights, and you're going to keep them together. This is a diagonal lift. So I'm going to start from one hip, twist up and away with my weights, and then back down. And your feet can be wide. You want a good base of support for this. This one isn't about balance, but is about building strength in your core and in your arms for that twist. For this one, we'll do 30 seconds one direction and then switch to the other direction the second time through. The next exercise we're going to get down onto our mats for, it'll be a bird dog. So for this exercise, you're alternating, reaching your opposite arm and opposite leg out at the same time, going back and forth. So that's the third exercise. And then the last exercise is a heel raise. So for this one, I'm going to do it holding on. You can either come up onto your toes on one leg, or if that feels quite easy, try it with one leg in the air, going up and down on your toes. All right. So those are our 4 exercises. I'll give everyone about another minute to catch your breath and get ready, and then join me in standing for our lunge. So for the lunge, if you're holding on, I would stick to the same leg for the full minute. Otherwise, you're welcome to stick to the same leg or alternate one leg and then the other. About 30 seconds and then we'll get started. Again, we'll do 1 minute on, 30 seconds off, and we'll do 2 rounds. So your choice, with or without weight for this first one. Depends if you're hanging on. If you're hanging on, I would try it with your body weight. All right, let's get started. So 1 foot is stepping forward and you're lunging and then stepping back. If you're not holding on, you can add a twist to the leg that's forward or stepping back. Like this, big lunge forward, twist the leg that's forward and step back together. Looking good. Make sure you get a big push off when you step your feet back together. Looks good, 20 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds. Grab your hand weights. We'll next be doing our weighted twist. You can do this in sitting or standing. And if you don't have weights, just do the motion with your arms, practicing that, rotating as far as you can. About 10 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Twisting up and away and back down to that hip. Looks great. Nice and slow. This is less about speed and more about control when we do strength training. Halfway done, let's switch sides. So now come to your other hip and we're reaching up across the other shoulder. Looking great. So all of these exercises that we're doing today are great ones that you can do at home even without the class. They're all based on strength. 3 seconds left. All right, let's rotate. So next we have the bird dog. So if you're not comfortable getting onto the ground, you can either do a seated or standing march. So if you're sitting, try raising your opposite arm and opposite leg, marching together. If you're standing, same thing. About 10 seconds to get ready. And down to get ready for our bird dog. All right, let's begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg raise. 1 minute. Looking good. More than halfway done. Five seconds left. All right, come on back up to standing. Take your time. Push through this leg. Lastly, we're doing our heel raise. So either with 1 or 2 feet when the timer starts, coming up onto your toes. You have about 10 seconds to get ready. 3, 2, and 1. So try a couple on 2 feet. If that feels quite easy, try it on 1 leg. You can hang on for this one. I'll tell you when we're halfway, and you can switch to your other foot if you're just doing it on 1 leg. All right, switch feet. 30 more seconds. So if you're not able to lift your foot as high on 1 foot as you can with 2, stick to 2 feet. 5 seconds left. All right, rest. 30 seconds to rest. We're going right back to the start for our next round of exercises. 1 more round. We've seen them all this time. First is that lunge with the twist. So if you're hanging on, now you're going to use the other side, or if you didn't use the other side last time, we're using the other side, letting your back leg bend. Now, if you're doing it without holding on, try it with a weight to twist to the side of the leg that's forward. All right, let's begin. So lunge forward, and I'm twisting to the leg that's forward. Make sure you're getting a big push off to step back together. Looking good, halfway done. Ten seconds left. All right, rest. We have our weighted diagonals after this rest break. We'll go 30 seconds one direction and then 30 seconds the other. If this felt really easy last time, try going heavier with your weight. Still have about 10 seconds to catch your breath before we start. All right, let's begin. Starting from one side, twist up and away and back down. I'll tell you when we're halfway and we'll switch sides. Looks good. Let's switch sides now. Start from the other hip, twist the other direction and back down to that hip. Good job. 10 seconds left. And rest. So next we have our bird dog. Again, your option is to do seated or standing marches if you're not comfortable getting onto the ground. 2 more exercises left. Ten seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Whether you're reaching on all fours or whether you're marching. Fifteen seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. All right, back up to standing. One more exercise. So this is our single or double heel raise. Either going up and down on your toes with both feet or with one foot. About 15 seconds to get ready. Three, 2, and 1. And hang on while you're doing this one. This one isn't about balance. You can have some upper body support while you're lifting your heel up. So I'll tell you when we're halfway through and you can switch to your other foot if you're just doing it on one leg. You can also do this in sitting. Still doing the same thing we're doing. All right, switch legs. Think about keeping your posture nice and tall while you're doing this. Your other foot should stay in the air the whole time. Make sure that you're not bringing it down to get a push off. See if you can keep your knee bent if you're just doing it on one leg. All right, rest. Grab some water, take a seat. Those are our intervals for today. We are going to continue with power moves after a short break here. So we'll be down on the mat for our power moves, but I'll be showing the options in sitting too, if you're not comfortable getting down onto the ground. We'll be making our way down to the ground. We'll be in the prone position, laying on your stomach. Couple options. If you've tried these before and have back pain while you're doing them, try putting a pillow under your stomach today. 1 or 2 is just going to put your back in a better position if you have had pain with this in the past. So make your way down. If you're sitting, I'll show you. The first move we'll be doing is the power up. So just like in the warm up, bending forward and stretching your arms back wide, squeezing your shoulder blades. Trying to have your arms about out at the sides, about at shoulder height. So if you're coming down to the ground, when we're doing this power move, you start with your elbows out to the side. And then when you power up, bring your elbows in to push your chest up. Get my speaker down here. I'll move my position. Let's see if I can do this. Well, I don't think that'll move me off ground. To the side. So starting all the way down with your chest down, elbows are out straight. We'll do 10 in a row of these. Give it another moment or 2. Let's count together up by 2s. Starting here. All right, so elbows come in. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right, so stay in this position. Elbows, this is kind of now our ready position with elbows under shoulders. So for the power rock, I'm going to push down through this arm to reach up and across, and resetting in the middle before reaching up and across the other way. So if you're seated, this is the move we did in our warm-up as well, where you're reaching up and across, coming back to the middle, and reaching up and across the other way. So in either position, I will have us alternate this round, going one side and then the other. Let's do 20 all together. Let's count up by 5s as we do this. Think about really stretching your fingers out wide when you reach. Ready? Let's get started. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Awesome. So we're moving to the power twist. So if you're sitting, you start with arms wide, turn and clap, and reset and open. So if you're laying on your stomach, we're gonna kind of be on your side. Let your bottom leg be straight, and you're gonna let your top knee bend as you come forward with both arms out in front of you like this. So for our move, we're stretching the top arm back and then back together. You don't want to let this knee lift. So either position, let's do the same side. We'll do 10 all together. Let's count by 3s. So open, 3, open, 6, open, 9, open, 12, open, 15, open, 18, open, 21, open, 24, open, 27, open, 30. All right, so let's do the other side. You can just turn and roll the other way. I'm just gonna rotate so that you can still see me, but you don't have to, you can just roll over. So again, bottom leg is down, my top knee is bent, and both arms are out in front of me here. Let's count back from 30 by those threes now. So open, 30, open, 27, open, 24, open, 21, open, 18, open, 15, open, 12, open, 9, 2 more, open, 6, and open, 3. All right, roll back onto your stomach. Last one is the power step. So if you're sitting in your chair, you're stepping out to the side and then back in with one foot, out to the side and back in with the second foot. But we're going to be doing those steps with our arms laying on our stomach. So my arms are still under my shoulders here, stepping out and stepping in. So not only do you want to target lifting your arm nice and high, but also stepping it far out to the side, lifting it high, coming back in. Exaggerate how high you lift your arm. All right, so let's do 10 on each side, 20 all together. We can, let's count backwards from 20, just by ones. Ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Let's head back up to our chairs. We'll do a little bit of stretching to cool down. All right. Come back to your chair, grab some water if you need to. Let's start with some arm raises up. Nice and slow down. And inhale, doing that up. Exhale down. 3 more big breaths in. One more. Bring one arm across your body. So this arm is straight and then pull it straight towards your chest. Hold this here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Clasp your hands together and push your arms away. So I'm kind of rolling out my back, arching my back to stretch. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now clasp your hands behind your chair and pull your shoulders down to stretch the front of your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Scoot forward in your chair. We'll stretch out our legs now. So one leg is stretched out in front of you. Bend forward at your hips to feel a stretch on the back of your leg. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. This leg stays straight. Keep your knees straight as you bend forward at your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that leg up across your left. So see if you can pull it up there and let this knee hang down to the side. But I'm going to push on my thigh, not on my knee, to push down. And then I'm gently bending forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch to your other leg. And pushing down on my thigh to try to push that leg down, and then leaning forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So together with our hands and feet, spread your toes and fingers wide, stretch your toes out wide too, and then nice and tight. Close, squeeze your toes together, squeeze your hands. Open, spread your toes, spread your fingers, and close. Let's do 5 more. 1, toes out wide, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's do wrist and foot, rotating one direction, wrist and foot at the same time, and I'll switch directions. See if you can coordinate them and make them move in the same direction together. All right, switch sides. Foot and wrist together. And switch directions. All right, everybody, we'll finish there today. Thanks for exercising with me today, and I'll see you next Monday.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. That was good.
Thanks, Katie. Great job as usual.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you. Have a good week.
How was the ski trip?
It was so